Lubbock police recruits are advancing in their training, taking the technique they've spent weeks building upon and applying it in real-life scenarios.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden joins us with how that's happening both on the range and the mat before the badge. Brittany.
Well, Christy and Abner, recruits just finished up week 16 of 30 at the Lubbock Police Academy. This time, their targets at the gun range have changed to mimic more of what they may see in real life. They also had their first chance to really put their defensive tactics training to the test.
Everybody set up with 3 mags of 5, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
100 hours of firearms training continues out at the gun range for Lubbock police recruits.
Where are we going to reload?
Behind the barricades, sir.
Behind cover.
But this time, they're practicing working behind barricades.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
And shooting at a new type of target.
Limit 7. Hands up. Keep your hands up.
These scenarios give them a better idea of what could happen in a real-world scenario.
Okay, so there's a little stress involved, and it's really not that much stress compared to real life.
Figuring out who is a threat, when to shoot, and what that bullet could do.
Guess what these are?
Downrange hitting somebody else.
What's this? It's either a miss or a pass-through right there.
Any kind of weapon, we preach safety with it. Like, you've got to have muzzle awareness. Where's your muzzle pointing? Make sure it's always downrange. Who's in front of you? Know your target, what's beyond it, and in between. So we preach that with every weapon system that we have to deploy or that we're training on.
Recruit Jared Lewis from Odessa grew up shooting guns, but not with so much at stake.
Yeah, just trying to locate like where that suspect is specifically, what's beyond it. So if you know if there's a civilian beyond it, you may not want to take the shot, what's around it, and kind of just the best angle to approach on that suspect, and if they're a deadly weapon threat or just a threat that you can take on hands-on or things like that. So just different scenarios.
They also practice shooting at moving targets, keeping their fundamentals in mind.
If I come across an innocent, then I'm going to muzzle down or muzzle up.
While tired,
Go, run.
they practice their quick thinking and accuracy.
So this, you gotta process it, read it, and determine and scan for what we're shooting, okay? Today we're going to do shotgun. Remember we talked about shotguns, very deadly.
Recruits also moved on to their next weapon, watching their instructor demonstrate one of the shotgun qualifying exams before trying it themselves. They have to hit 6 of 8 targets in under a minute, keeping safety violations in mind.
Moving through right now, getting them used to handling it. A lot of this generation these days haven't really handled a shotgun. Surprisingly, growing up, when I was growing up, we got to shoot shotguns all the time. A lot of kids show up here, come through the academy, and they haven't had much exposure to it.
While it isn't every day an officer will use one of their weapons,
We show up, what is the first thing we want to check for?
Injuries.
they often respond to car crashes.
Lubbock Police Department, Officer Gundez, are you all right?
Yes, sir, doing good.
You sure you don't have any injuries at all?
No, sir, I'm all good.
Okay, and is that your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have your license or registration with you?
Yes, sir.
They spent about 2 weeks on crash investigations and report writing. And while talking to strangers may not be everyone's forte, these recruits have to get used to it.
Because, you get multiple people, and those are like the worst day of their lives, and that's going to be your day-to-day. But I feel like once you calm them down a little bit, talk to them, they're just people at the end of the day, so we all just kind of figure it out.
When it comes to crime, recruits are getting a better idea of who they may be dealing with.
Turn around. No. Turn around, man. Turn around. No. I said turn around. No.
They were given their first real chance to try out their defensive tactics training on Lubbock officers.
Give me a hand. I'm going to hit you again.
Hits to the face and groin were off limits, but recruits needed to get these men into cuffs.
Call it. Get him in custody.
Good.
Hell yeah.
The more they focus on their technique, the more compliance they gain.
This isn't about muscle. It's not about muscle.
We talked to recruit Lathan Stapp before his turn.
Very excited, but very, very nervous. It's a lot of mixed feelings. It's great.
Give me a hand. Give me a hand.
Nice.
Oh, combatives.
Yeah, your combatives were quite effective, would you say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And after.
How do you feel now?
That was a lot of fun. I'm breathing pretty heavy right now.
And while recruits are usually sweaty, tired, and a little beat up, they remember who's at home cheering them on.
I mean, she's taking care of the kids majority of the time while I'm studying, so I help a little bit when I get home and help put them into bed. But she picks them up every day from daycare. She takes them to daycare, and so it's just more on her. And she's my rock, and I'm very proud of what she does for our family, especially during this time of the 6-month academy, knowing it's going to be hard on her.
Since our last report, one more recruit had to make that difficult choice to leave the academy. We'll continue to follow these 11 recruits on their journey before the badge. Christine Abner.
Thank you, Brittany.